Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Undertale Afterbirth, or The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Undertale mod. We are now going to start moving our pop filter just like this way, so it's definitely fully in the way of the microphone. And we are going to start not on greed mode but on regular mode, and we're going to run through each character. This is post audio again, because this was the episode that I recorded when I recorded the last two parts of Shantae, and it was the first test of the now fully working non-crackling microphone, and I was like, oh man, I wonder why I didn't record the audio. But obviously that's all said and done, so anything after this is now the microphone fully set up, and we are done. So we're going to start the chain. We're going to start the circle with Frisk. We picked up Pyromaniac, which is a fantastic item, even though I never use it. I completely forget I have it. Derp Spyro. So there's a spoiler there. If I get low on health and I'm like, and you're screaming, why don't you use Pyromaniac? And I just forgot about it. Whoopsie. And as you can see, Frisk is not Isaac, even though Frisk is in Isaac's slot. Frisk is not Isaac. He takes a completely different role. He's a lot more like Maggie. He doesn't have as much damage, if any damage, because in the initial recording I was just complaining about damage. We do pick up 3 or 4 damage upgrades, and we still struggle to kill Isaac. Like, it's like we can't do it. It's just taking that long, even with 4 damage upgrades. So Frisk is a lot like Maggie, which I really hate. So it's like, how can I explain it? It's kind of just like, I love Judas. I absolutely adore Judas, or in the Undertale mod, Chara. Give me one hit away from death at all times, and Mom's Knife. I absolutely love the high damage, low HP runs, because even though I could die in one hit, you know, even though it's a bit like The Lost and every hit could potentially be my undoing, we can pick up the Power Glove here, which is Steven in reality, because you can see the little bump on our head, which is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, even though I'm one hit away from death at all times, like The Lost, at least I've got the ridiculously high damage. And with things like the Book of Belial, you got an even greater chance of getting a deal with the devil to get even more good items. So give me Chara any day. I absolutely adore characters like Judas and Chara, where you can just have high damage right off the bat, or even Eve if you use the Whore of Babylon. So like, you use the Razor Blade and then you get yourself into the Whore of Babylon state. Absolutely fantastic. I adore that, because even though I've only got 1 heart, I am back in the fully powered up mode with the all stats up, doing more damage. But Frisk, oh, Frisk is no. I do not like Frisk. I can say that, aside from the fact that he starts with Dad's Key, so you could potentially do like technically a pacifist run, because Dad's Key opens every door, and the whole idea of Frisk is to not fight. You just kind of like use Dad's Key on every room to avoid the fighting. While that's a unique mechanic, it's not unique enough to pull Frisk through. Like, he is really subpar in the damage department, and it's just it's not good. It's not good at all. As you can see, even with that damage upgrade, let me just move Audacity slightly. We didn't do as much damage as I thought we would do to Steven. I'm just going to put Audacity here so I can see the boss HP bars. And one thing I will say is, if you see the video, like, freeze, I wouldn't say freeze because it's still fluent, but like, you might notice a frame skip or like a time jump or whatever you want to call it. Like, you'll be like, oh, wait a minute, did he edit there? Because it looks like the video pauses and unpauses in, like, a slightly different location, you know, like 1 frame to the left. That's not me, that's just the mod. Like, I have looked at trying to improve the smoothness on it. That's why I didn't make this for a while, because I was doing a lot of testing on this. And I've improved the smoothness and the compatibility of the mod to, like, the best of my ability. And that's as far as I can possibly take it. So if you notice like a slight freeze or a frame skip, every once in a while. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. Of course you're not, because it's only moving one frame. And no, that's not the video screwing up or YouTube screwing up. That's just the fact that because this mod has changed so much, like it's changed the music, the overlays, like the ruins are obviously in purple and Snowden is all in trees. It's changed the deal with the devil. Because it's like changed so much, every once in a while it does have like a little bit of a slowdown to the point where it skips a single frame, but you'll hardly notice it. I mean, I know a lot of people with Isaac don't tend to watch the videos. It's just a thing of, oh hey, I got to deal with the devil. Oh hey, we picked up Cricket's head. All of the Isaac players know exactly what I'm talking about. Even like people that don't play Isaac, like Midnight. Midnight does not play Isaac, but they've watched me play it enough to be like, oh man, I've just got Cricket's head, and they know, like, oh, Cricket's head, that's a damage upgrade, because Spyro always goes on about Cricket's head. So, even, like, people that don't play Isaac still kind of have an understanding of what you're talking about on certain items that you pick up. So, I know most people don't watch Isaac, they do their own thing, it's just commentary. It's like, oh, let's just listen to how his run's going, what he's doing on the run, and all like that. And then it's, we'll just go do some drawing, or we'll go make our own videos, or we'll play our own run of Isaac. Hell, if I give you the seed, which I accidentally didn't on this run, I'm really sorry for that. But it's like, hey, if I get given the seed, I'll play the seed along with him, with that character, to see how well I do. Maybe I won't suck as much. Because I do find out something else on this run. I pick up Maggie's Faith, and Maggie's Faith gives you a white heart every time you go down. And as I stated, Frisk, even with these 2 damage upgrades, you see how it's like, even it's really only the blood clot shots that are taking. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna. Sorry about that. But yeah, you see how it's like the blood clot shots that were only really doing the damage to Krampus there? Because, like, even the damage up from Steven and the damage up from Cricket's head isn't powering up our normal tiers enough. It's really only the blood clot tiers that are carrying us. So, where was I going with that? Yeah, so I'm not doing enough damage, and I pick up Maggie's Faith to get Eternal Hearts, and I'm like, alright, I've got a Spirit Heart, and we can get extra deals with the devil, we can pay for them with the Eternal Hearts we get from Maggie's Faith, because even if we lose the Spirit Hearts, and we're down to Maggie's Faith, let's just say we went down to the next floor, it'd be like, okay, I've took Eternal Heart damage, but that's fine, because Eternal Hearts class as Spirit Hearts, like they are just Spirit Hearts. So I was like under this assumption of, oh my god, this is great, it's we can still like basically get an extra hit for a deal with the devil. Turns out that's not the case anymore. Eternal Hearts now count as red heart damage, because I was getting through the bosses consistently without taking red heart damage, but I did lose my Eternal Heart, and now, so it's like now Eternal Hearts class as red heart damage. I'm like, that's balls! That's bullshit, Tyrone! I remember when Eternal Hearts classed as Spirit Heart damage, and it was like, oh well, you lost your Eternal Heart, but here's like a deal with the devil constantly. That's changed now! Why you gotta do that, Ed? Why you gotta do that, Tyrone? I was all here like, oh man, got myself some Eternal Hearts, that's basically extra protection, because I know Frisk hasn't got that much damage. And then you just like, oh, I'm sorry, but we changed that to white heart damage, is now red heart damage, and it's like, oh Ed, oh Tyrone, you and your nerfing, oh well. So, I don't get as many deals with the devil as I should, because, you know, it'll be like, you'll be watching this, if you are watching this, and be like, man, Spyro, how are you not getting any deals with the devil? How do you suck so much? And that's the reason why, because I don't take red heart damage, I take white heart damage, and now the white heart damage classes as red heart damage. So it's like, oh, bloody hell. That's annoying. Either way, I think we are about done on this floor, so we'll collect this money, and then we'll go head off to the boss, I think. Curse room's done. I haven't been to the item room. The item room is on the way to the boss, and so is the shop. I know this floor is nearly over, because I can see on Camtasia that we're coming up to an edit, where I started to fight Pestilence, and then the doorbell rang, so I edited it down so there's not this big long BRB screen, but you might see the BRB screen flash up for like a quarter of a second when we fight Pestilence, because I got a delivery in the post. I'll put a picture of it up now because I just took a picture of it. I sent off one of my amiibos recently, which was Charizard. I sent it to this absolutely beautiful custom amiibo maker. Like, I've got a few of her, I'll tell you the ones I've got in a moment, but she has this absolutely lovely, I don't know if it's nail varnish or if it's just like this special coat of paint that she gives it, but she paints them up. She does them all custom. She paints them up, and then she puts like nail polish or some vinyl, like shiny paint over the top. You know, it's completely clear, so it might be that Warhammer paint that just gives all those Warhammer figures the nice shine, but she puts that shine on it so it never, like, the paint never fades, and really the paint doesn't scratch off easily. It's just got this lovely, beautiful shine to it. This beautiful finish. It looks gorgeous. I'm going to put the picture up now. This is the Charizard one-off. Before I put it up, we're fighting Pestilence, so let's just make sure that the Audacity gets through this jump correctly, because there's the BRB screen, and then it should come back, because at first the doorbell didn't work properly. I was like, wait, was that the doorbell? And then I was like, oh, I guess not, it wasn't the doorbell. And then it rang a second time, and it actually worked, and it's like, oh, now it is, so I've got to go answer it. So here we go, there's the BRB screen. There was the weird noise, that was the noise that I was worried about, but we have now passed the wonky edit, or not really a wonky edit on my part, but we have passed the part where the postman came to the door and gave me my package. So yeah, now we'll put the picture up on screen. This is the custom Charizard X, or Mega Charizard X amiibo I've got. And look at that shine. Oh, it is just such a beautiful shine on that Charizard. Like, it has such a nice finish. And as you can see, like, she even gets a little bit of clay and models like the flames coming out of his mouth. And if you were getting something else, like, let me just find a picture of it on DeviantArt. Future Spyro, remember to put this into the editing. Here is a picture of a Callie amiibo I got off of her, and as you can see, it's got the same nice shiny finish, like, especially if you look at, what would you call it? It's not really a leotard, like Callie's black bodysuit, especially around the pants area. You'll notice that the black just has this lovely shiny finish to it. So the person that made these is called Xanderark and Sky. It's two people, but Xanderark was the one that like started the SD, and I'll actually leave a description link to their SD. So if you have amiibos, like if you're a Nintendo fan and you have amiibos, then you can click on the link in the box below and you can commission them, because as I say, they are top quality, they are so good, and if you like custom amiibos, then you should totally get them. So I'm just going to say, like, let me just look around the back a minute. I think I've only got two on the shelf. Yeah, those two. Yeah, so I've only got those two at the moment that I personally ordered, which is Callie and Mari, but, oh, not Callie and Mari, I just said that out of instinct. No, which is Callie and Charizard, but when she was first ever starting out, when it was just Xanderark herself, and they first made the S-Tray, they had like a couple of prototypes for sale, you know, like, oh, just buy one, it's really cheap. I mean, if you're getting a custom one now, it might cost you a lot more than what I'm about to say, because this was like their first prototypes. It's like, here's a couple of prototypes, buy them, see what you think, and then, you know, we'll slowly go from there. And they have been getting a lot of, you know, traction recently, because they do make some good quality custom amiibos. Like, these are top shit. And I got this Octoling one as the prototype. Like, as you can see, this one doesn't have as a shiny finish. Like, you might notice that the hair is like shiny, but if you look at the goggles and like her metal breastplate thing, it doesn't quite have the shine that Callie and Charizard do. So you can see how far she's like come, you know, you can see how well they've like upgraded and their paint, I guess. Again, I don't know if it's like nail varnish, because I know if you're growing crystals, like if you ever grow sodium crystals or sulfur crystals or some kind of crystal where you put basically a Braxo cleaner in hot water and then you let the crystals dilute and then you put like a oh, what is it? You put something else in there, and then you tie a rock to a piece of string, and then like crystals start growing on this rock. Once you take the rock out of the solution, you paint it with nail varnish so that it doesn't lose its shine and it never like wears away. And that's like how you can keep crystals in really good condition when they're human-made. Like, if you buy, or if you buy or find, it doesn't matter, because sometimes you can be a crystal collector. But if you go to like a professional crystal shop, and it's a proper geode, you know, like the rock's split in half and all the crystals are inside it, like, don't put nail varnish on that. That's like a natural crystal that's grown in a rock. But because you've forcefully made the crystal using like hot water and bleach and a Braxo cleaner and stuff, it doesn't have the same rock properties as a regular crystal, so you have to paint it in nail varnish so it becomes all shiny and smooth and doesn't degrade from like human touch. So I don't know if it is, going back to Zandark now, I don't know if it is like nail polish that gives it the shiny touch like when you put nail varnish on man-made crystals, or if it is a special like clear paint that they use in Warhammer. But either way, from this Octoling to this Charizard with Callie in the middle there, you can see how well like she's upgraded the paint and how far they have come in only a year. Like, they only started this last year, so that's my custom amiibo story, why we had the BRB screen, because the postman delivered Mega Charizard X, and Mega Charizard X is just an ultimate badass and looks really cool. And as I say, she'll even do like custom little playthings, because that Octoling obviously is custom made hair, and Charizard's flames coming out of his mouth are custom made, so she does put like a little bit of clay on it to model it before she paints it. But fantastic, they are absolutely fantastic. So I've got 3 from her right now. I'm going to potentially be getting a 4th one. Like, I'm not too sure which one I'm going to get yet. I've got 3 choices in mind. I'm either going to get the Mario Brothers Peach sent off and have it done up as the Shadow Queen, potentially have the Villager sent off and done up as Chara, or have, what was the other one, Yoshi sent off and done as Birdo, because I absolutely love Birdo. So that's my 3 choices, but I'm not too sure which one I'm going to send off next. So, you know, which one would you send off next? Tell me, if you are a Nintendo fan, if you collect amiibos, which amiibo would you love to send off to Zandark and Sky, and what would you like them to customize it to? And, you know, obviously, if you've got the money, you can go click that link and show your love to them, because they certainly deserve a whole lot of your love. But anyway, that's this floor done, so we are going to just head down to the waterfall. Now you've had a good full look, because you didn't get to see this. Oh yeah, and the secret rooms are the core, by the way. But you didn't get to see this in the last video, because it was really nothing but deaths, where we just showed off all the death animations. But now you've had a good look at the ruins and a good look at the waterfall. So, oh sorry, the good look at Snowdin, and now you're going to get a good look at the waterfall area, which is basically just a blue depths with a couple of those echo flowers around. I feel like maybe they could have done a little bit more with the waterfall, and I'm sure in the future they'll do a little bit more with the waterfall. Because when we get to Hotlands, there is like lava and stuff, so maybe waterfall could have had a little bit of a upgrade, but I don't know how they do it. I guess like fill in all of these pits with the 8-bit water that's kind of rushing by in the waterfall. Maybe, I don't know. Or just the glowing blue water with the fireflies over it. I guess that might be Curse of Darkness. I haven't seen Curse of Darkness on the waterfall, but yeah, as you can see, it's kind of a blue depth. But I feel like they could have done more. But the ruins and Snowdin certainly work well, as do the other areas that are later on, like the cathedral and the chest, which I won't spoil what they are right now. But for now, let's just continue on through the waterfall. What's next on the agenda then, Spyro? Because, as we can tell, Frisk isn't doing that much damage, and this is going to be a semi-long run. Like, we are going to clear the depths one fairly quickly, except I run into the fall, and I'm like, oh god, run into the fall, and But what's next on the agenda? You've now got a fully working mic, and this will be the last post audio, which is great, and I hope you all like the improved audio. See, look here, I didn't take red heart damage, but I still didn't get a deal with the devil because I took white heart damage. So, yeah, we've talked about the new microphone. It's all set up so good, and you can probably hear the difference in audio quality, which is fantastic. So that's that done. That's that saga now come to a close, because, as I say, I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, this microphone saga. Well, it's now all working. We've got a pop filter, static reduction, no crackling. All that's left is maybe a bit of audio balance, like this might come out slightly loud and you might have to turn down your speaker a little bit, but we can check that once we've got this last post audio out of the way. So all that's really left now is just audio balancing, but the microphone saga has come to its end. So microphone saga's at its end. Custom amiibo arrived today. It looks absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Xander, Ark and Sky. I'll certainly be sure to get another one off you in the near future, and obviously I've left a link if you also want to get one in the near future off of them. I might even leave a link on my Twitter as well, if I remember, because I don't go on Twitter all that much, because all of my notifications get uploaded automatically anyway. Like when I put this video up, Twitter's just automatically gonna say, Spyro uploaded a video to YouTube, and it's like, oh, thank you, Twitter, you're saving me a job. So that's that. And then is there anything else that I need to go over before we start the week? Shantae's over, that's another thing. It seems it's now the start of the week. Well, it's not really the start of the week, it's Wednesday, but hey, we've got to finish off all of our old stuff, then we can move on to the good stuff, the new stuff. Don't do that! Don't do that! Okay, for a second there. For a second, Camtasia had a little bit of a oh my god moment like it did in Shantae. This is why I don't like post-recording or post-audio, because I can be watching the video back and be like, oh hey, now we're in the Tem shop. But it can also just be like, alright, I'm not responding, so now you just got to absolutely guess where you are. But luckily, the not responding only lasted for 2 seconds, so I can still see that we were just in Temmie's shop mere moments ago. And we are now back in Temmie's shop, and now we've left, now we've come back, and now we're donating money to Colleague. So here you go, Temmie, you can have some money to Colleague, because we don't need it all, we'll just have 15 cents for the next floor. So the last thing on the update list before we can all happily move on with this channel, get some new stuff going, is, well, I mean, we are going to be getting new stuff going via this announcement, which is Shantae come to an end. I'm so distraught. I love the Shantae series, and now it's over, and now I'm going wait for Half Genie Hero. I want Half Genie Hero now. I need it way forward. I need Half Genie Hero. It's so good, because I did get to play the demo, as you may have seen from my Let's Look At of Shantae Half Genie Hero, where Way Forward graciously sent me the demo, but oh, Shantae's over, and now I'm like, I need Half Genie Hero. But you know, we got a different indie Let's Play starting. Maybe tonight I might like just edit this one together and get the first part of the new indie Let's Play up tonight, so that I can check the microphone on a non-post audio to make sure that it's completely working. And then if it is completely working and it's all working good and it's like, yes, we could you sneeze. No, don't need to sneeze. Yeah, do. That was a weird sneeze. Ah, it's all fizzed up my nose. I don't know. You know, like when you drink pop and it fizzes up your nose, like the vibration or the whatever. Oh, it's gone backwards up my nose. It's tingly. Ah, my word. That feels weird. But yeah, so the Shantae series is over, but we are going to be starting a new series tonight. The first series that now officially uses a new microphone, because we are using a new microphone, but this is post audio because of the microphone switchover. So with with Spooky, which is the new indie series that's starting, Spooky's House of Jump Scares, we officially get to test the new microphone with all the equipment attached to it, no crackle, and no post-audio. Like, this will be its official first test run with Spooky's House of Jump Scares, so I'm probably going to try and squeeze that in tonight. Like, obviously, I do have a second job, so it's hard to make more than one video a day. Sometimes it's even hard to make one video a day, depending on how long that boss keeps you in there for. But, yeah, you know, it's like, we'll try and squeeze 2 in today, just so that I can test out the microphone, and then it'll be like, yes, my new microphone works, it's all good. We did it non-post audio, you know, we'll do our first live recording, and if it all works out well, it'll be like, yes, it's all good, we can start all these new series. Well, I mean, we're only starting one, but it's like, we can start all these new series, we can do all of these discussion videos I wanted to do, it's all good, way! We fixed the microphone, so that'll be the test tonight. So yes, look out for the new indie Let's Play that is starting tonight, which will be Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Hopefully tonight, definitely tomorrow, to test out this microphone. And then once I know it's all tested, we'll bring back some other series, like Starbound, because I know a couple of people have been wanting Starbound. Fallout streams starting on Friday, like I'll put the Fallout streams back up on Friday, now that I've got the new microphone for the stream, so we'll go from there. But for now, is this, yeah, we fought the Fallen on the Waterfall one, so now we are just kind of heading to Mom, ready to go down, and get ready for the hardship to begin, because as you'll see, even though we have picked up Stephen, Bloodclot, and Max's head, no, Cricket's head. I keep calling it Max's head, I'm so used to the original. But yeah, because even though I've got those 3 damage upgrades, I still do like no damage to Mom, as you'll see, and I'll be like, oh my god, Mom, why are you taking so much damage? It's bullshit, really. But you'll see in a minute. Where am I going? Why am I backtracking? Got the item room. Why am I backtracking? I guess because it's the depths too, and I can't go back. I'm not too sure. This is why I don't like doing post commentary, because it's like, I'm trying to move the episode along, and then future me is like, oh, I'm gonna go back and explore these rooms. It's like, future or past me, whoever, stop it, past me. Stop doing this. I want you to move the episode on. Go fight Mom. We didn't need to explore all this. So that's why I hate doing post recording, because in the moment, you know what you're saying in the moment, and you know, I'm kind of repeating myself with the microphone and the amiibo thing, because I like kind of did when I did that BRB thing. I did like a unboxing which I recorded, and I was like, man, I'm going to show this unboxing and it's going to be exciting, but now there's no point, because like the moment's passed. You've lost that special moment. We can't bring it back again. And now, like, when I'm doing post commentary, I'm like, oh man, I want to do something. I want to say something. I want to have that spark again. I want to have that spark of like, oh my god, guys, the postman arrived. Let's look at what's in this. Let's look at what's in this package, which I kind of know what's in this package, but I'm going to be completely surprised when I open it. I mean, I didn't know how well it'd be painted, so I guess I was surprised at like just how high quality that Charizard X amiibo was, but still, it's like, oh man, look at the excitement. Whereas now, if I did it, it'd be like, oh, by the way, this cut here, this BRB, was where I actually got the amiibo, and I got it, and I did an unboxing, but the audio never recorded, so it's just going to be like, oh, hey guys, I already opened it, and now I don't know what to say, because, you know, when I first opened it, I was like, oh my god, that looks so cool, like, look at this, guys, I'm gonna take a picture of this right now, look how shiny it is, and I had, like, this genuine happy reaction, whereas now it's like, oh, by the way, guys, look at this amazing thing I got, and I can tell you about this amazing thing, and I can tell you how happy I was about it, but you won't get to see that initial happiness, you won't get to see that initial reaction, which you might have enjoyed a little bit more. So that's why I hate post-commentary. But now that the new microphone's all set up, we're going to not have post-commentary. It's all going to be really good. And I'll never have to repeat myself again, hopefully. Hopefully. But I'm not even going to record Spooky until I know it's working. Like, I'm going to open Spooky up, press record, and be like, oh, hey everybody, welcome back to Spooky. This is a test intro. Then I'm just going to stop the recording, and if the sound's recorded, then it'll be like, right, now it's all synced up, it's all working. Now we'll do it for real before we do the test recording. I mean, I thought it was just going to work, but because the other microphone was, like, attacked, it didn't. But let's get on to this Mom fight. So as you can see, I'm landing direct blood clot shots on Mom, and look at her health. Like, wait for the foot to come down again. But look at her health. It's hardly going down, and it's like, what? What, Frisk? You've got Steven, Cricket's Head, and Blood Clot, and any other, like, extra passive damage, like Sister Maggie, which, you know, it's just kind of there, but main defaults, we've got our default damage, plus Blood Clot, plus Cricket's Head, plus Steven, and we're not doing that much damage to Mom. Like, how low is Frisk's damage? Like, this must be as bad as, like, Eve's base damage, just 1 damage, or even worse, it's like bloody Lazarus's damage, like normal, non-revived Lazarus. So I was throughout the entire Hotlands, and mainly the gated bosses, like the regular bosses go down fine, but mainly across the gated bosses like Mom's Heart, and Isaac and Blue Baby, I'm just like, oh my god, this is so low damage, it's taking forever. And I kind of had this thing of, once we've been around the entire cycle, we're never doing Frisk again. Like, just Frisk has got too low damage for me to deal with. Like, I was slowly just getting more and more frustrated as I went along. Like, oh, Frisk has just got too low damage. This is ridiculous. It's taking forever. I can't do this. Please, just stop. Just stop. I can't deal with this, Frisk. I can't deal with it, Frisk. So we get a knife or the dove. And I really like what it does, because when you take the Polaroid, which is the knife, and the negative is the dove, but when you take one of the two, it actually tells you where to go. Like, if you pick up the knife, which is genocide, pick up the knife, past Spyro, please. I guess I was talking about the knife and the dove. There, look, go to the cathedral light beam, it said on the like little description. I quite like that, because for a new player, if a new player was like, I don't care about Isaac, I just want to play the Binding of Undertale, and they were starting from scratch, like literally knew nothing, it'd be really useful to tell them where to go on the different ones. So I really like that little tip. That was a nice little extra that they added in, rather than just fate chosen. So that's that, and now we're in the Hotlands, and look, even with Loki, I mean, granted he's teleporting a little bit, but even with Loki, when he's not exploding by bomb flies, he isn't going down all that fast. So I was just like, oh, this is ridiculous, this is annoying, I can't do this. It's just going on forever. And that's why I'm taking so much stupid damage. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I came to this thing of, I'm never doing Frisk again. I just can't deal with this little damage. Give me Asgore or Toriel. They've both got Fire Mine. Fire Mine can explode for extra damage. Give me Metaton. Metaton has laser beams which can do constant ticking damage. Give me Charo, which just has the knife, which is fantastic. Give me anybody. Give me Papyrus, who has Death's Touch, or he throws bones, but the bones are a reskin Death's Touch. That's like a 2 damage up right off the bat, with like his 2 damage to start because he's trying to get into the Royal Guard. Or give me Undyne, because obviously she's a big tanky warrior. Everybody has high damage but Frisk, and it's like, Frisk, I can't deal with you. You are the Lazarus of the group, Frisk. I hate you, Frisk. So that was my reaction for that, and we're not going to be playing Frisk again. So we're just going to move on to all the powerful characters. Like, I know Sans isn't that powerful because he only has 1 damage via soy milk, but at least he starts with Gaster Blaster, which is Little Brimstone, and Little Brimstone has some really good damage. Like, Little Brimstone can carry you all the way to Mom, if not Mom's heart, on its own accord. So, even though Sans hasn't got any damage, he's still got the Gaster Blaster to counteract that. Let me just get a drink. But yeah, he still has the Gaster Blaster to counteract that. So, that's fine. But Frisk here has nothing. He doesn't have a Gaster Blaster. He's just got his own bloody little crappy damage. His crappy Lazarus damage. That's better. That's better when you've been talking for like 35 minutes. Well, it's alright. We'll be coming to the end of this run. And I love these little bombs with the flowery faces. I don't know why. They just look like adorable. Like the little troll face flowery ones look adorable. And then like the big ones are just creepy, just absolutely creepy, like the homing ones. They're creepy, but I love them. And that one's the secret room, so we're not going to the curse room. I do believe I actually get a deal with the devil on this floor, but I don't remember what the deal with the devil was. I know I was hoping for Guppy, because we picked up Guppy's head out of a gold chest, and then Guppy's tail out of the previous curse room, so I was like, final Guppy item, but I know I definitely don't get the final Guppy item. And I was like, oh, there it is, but no, it was Bob's brain. So, let's talk about Frisk's other ability, besides his poor damage, which was Dad's Key, because he's trying to do a pacifist run. You know, you could theoretically open every single door in the game if you had the battery, so you didn't kill a single thing bar the gated bosses, which, yeah, it's a nice little gimmick. And luckily, or interestingly, with Dad's Key opening up all of the doors, we have the chance to fight Mega Satan. Like, we don't have to worry about getting the annoying key pieces. We just, like, literally have the chance to fight Mega Satan straight up, which I found great, because it was like, oh man, we just get to fight Mega Satan without doing any of the spiked room, angel room nonsense. That's great, and, you know, that's great for a first run, because I get to show off Mega Satan in the first run, and then, you know, if we... Oh, and we get a deal with the angel as well, which is not flowy, but deal with the angel is dodge. It's the annoying dog. And the dog explodes into an angel. I just wanted you to hear the dog song, because I think the dog song is just funny. So yes, we are indeed fighting an angel, because we have a pearl throw room, and I felt like, hey, you know, we can fight the angel, and if we get something, like, absolutely terrible, like holy water, we can... Oh, no, sorry. We can reroll it into Swarm Protector. And I don't know why I said holy water, because I knew I was going to get a key piece. But that's pretty much it, and I don't think we get a deal on the next floor, because we got a deal on this floor, and, you know, like, the percents are like, oh, hey, you've taken too much percentage damage to... Or too much percent up and down to get a deal on this floor. But there you go. Why am I going back? Whatever. So it's great that he has Dad's Key, because we can just show off Dad's Key in this, or Mega Satan in this run, and then in the next runs coming, if it happens, you know, like if we have enough power to fight Mega Satan, we will. But if not, it doesn't matter, because we've already shown him off. Like, we don't have to worry about playing the curse rooms to get the key pieces, and we don't have to worry about not taking deals with Flowey to get the dog rooms. Like, we've just already got the key pieces assembled for us, and it's Frisk's spacebar item. And, I mean, I did this on purpose, because you might have noticed I did get a couple of spacebar items across this run, like Spiderbutt. And Spiderbutt does beat Dad's Key, in my opinion, in a way. Depends what you're going to use it for, or how far in the run you are, you know, because if you get Dad's Key on, say, the depths 2, what, you're going to open up, like, one shop, one item room, maybe one double key room. That's about it. But if you get it at the beginning of the game, it's great. So even though we got Spiderbutt in, like, the depths 2, I'm like, man, that's not bad, because we're not going to be opening any more item rooms and shops, so Dad's Key's kind of pointless. But I'm going to keep Dad's Key solely for the point of being able to fight Mega Satan, to show you who Mega Satan is. So I was like, oh, there's some good spacebar items, and all of you have probably been saying, Spyro, why didn't you take that over Dad's key? You're not even using Dad's key. And it's like, because I know I'm not using Dad's key, but I want to show off Mega Satan so that we don't have to worry about it in the future. And that's why I've been passing up subpar items. Either way though, we're now on the final floor of, the final floor of the normal game before we head up to the special floors of the cathedral and the chest. So we're just going to be looking for Mom. Hero font, great for more spirit hearts, but again, I think my percentage was too high to get a deal with the devil. Because you have a 100% chance, then when you take a deal, you lose 25% of that chance, and then when you go down a floor, it goes up by 0.3% times, or however the equation works for the deal with the devil. So it's not that we took red heart damage on this floor. It was just you already got a deal on the last floor and your percentage is just way too high at this point. It's like, oh hey, by the way, you took too much of a percent hit, I guess, to get the deal with the devil. Either way though, let's not dwell on it. We missed out on becoming Guppy, which I really hoped we would, because I was hoping it's like Temmie, you get transformed into Temmie, even though Temmie's the keeper. And I hated this room. Even these things took, how many hits did they take? 1, 2. It looks like it takes 3 hits to kill the regular ones if a blood clot shot doesn't come out first. If it's normal blood clot normal, it kills them in 3. Oh no, it doesn't matter which way around. I was just watching. It still kills them in 3 hits. And 3 hits? 3 hits to kill a vaginal silkworm. That's not good, Frisk. That's bad, Frisk. So, I'm sorry, Frisk, but you have failed the test. You just outright failed, Frisk. Nobody loves you. You are no longer loved. Everybody loves Metaton's legs. Everybody loves Papyrus. Everybody loves Sans. Nobody loves you, Frisk. You do bugger all damage. I mean, let's kill these eyes and watch how slow it takes to kill Mom, even with the 3 damage upgrades. Look at that. Look at that. That is pretty darn slow. And remember, again, we have Steven for a damage upgrade. We have the Cricket's head, and we have the blood clot. That's 3 damage upgrades, and it's still ticking down this slowly. That's just ridiculous, Frisk. You are ridiculous, Frisk. This is why nobody likes you. This is why everybody likes all the other characters. But either way, Mom's heart is dead, so we are now going to go up to the special floors. I don't know why I used the devil there, I'll be honest with that. But either way, let us head up to the cathedral. What is the cathedral, you'll ask? Well, it is the core. And I think this music fits so well for the... I mean, I know it's the core music, but this fits so well for the final level of the game, because the chest is technically special, unless you have the Polaroid you can't get there, so Isaac is technically the final boss, but this music fits so well for a final area. Even in Undertale, I just love the core's music, it fits so well as the final area, this big epic music that is slowly, it starts off small and quiet, and is slowly building up to the final confrontation that you're going to be having once you get out of the core. It's just core music's just so good. Is it your favourite track, Spyro? Let me think about that, actually. I mean, I know Megalovania's good, but it's kind of oh, everybody fights Sans. Megalovania's kind of overplayed. And then you've got the normal ones like Spider Dance and stuff, which is just all the boss music. But if we ignored the bosses, because there are bosses where it's yeah, that music is probably better. I would say, yeah, the core is my favourite regular track. I had to think about it for a second, but yes, the core is my favourite regular track. In terms of bosses, there's quite a few boss tracks that I like. Megalovania, obviously, because it's very intense, very lively considering the fight you're in. Battle Against the True Heroine and Spear of Justice, they're great, so I'd have to think a lot harder on which is my favourite boss track, but in terms of regular tracks like this one and Waterfall and Metaton Hotel, this is my favourite regular track of the game. Like, this is my favourite non-boss track for the game. What, in terms of what my favourite boss track is, seems we're on this tangent about Undertale tracks. Favourite boss track? I quite like Hopes and Dreams, but... I mean, Asgore's is pretty good as a final boss, but you can't really just take it from final bosses. I just realised Super Bandage is also making Steven look like he's got like a little tongue sticking out. Like, instead of his regular smile, he's smiling, but then he's also sticking his tongue out because of the Super Bandage. Like, look when I turn around again and you'll just see like Steven sticking his tongue out. There, look at that. Wait there, let me just... There you go. Look at him. That's I've never actually noticed that interaction before. That's actually really funny. But yes, favourite boss track? I'm gonna say it's not Megalovania and it's not Breaking Dawn, Asgore's one, where it's like da da da. Probably not Hopes and Dreams. I'm gonna say, and this might seem a little bit weird, but at the same time, like, you might get it. My favourite track, or boss track, is probably Toriel's of Heartache, because it takes place at the end of the tutorial, and it's like just this really nice piece where there's a lot of tension. Like, she don't want you to leave because she knows you're gonna die, but you don't want to be trapped there forever. So you've got all of this tension building up in this song, and it's preparing you for what's gonna happen after Toriel's fight, where it's like, man, listen to this intense music. You're about to embark on a big adventure, and Toriel doesn't want you to because it's a big scary world and you're going to die. You're going to go on this big adventure and you're going to die, small child, and she's trying to protect you. And what Toriel says in that fight, combined with the Heartache track, just all blends together in this really nice way. So I think my favourite boss track, even though it's one of the more simpler ones, has to be Heartache. Especially because, like, if you don't kill Toriel, if you're not on the genocide run, and she's like, I understand why you want to leave, but please don't call me again, I hope you understand, then hugs you, it's like, oh, Toriel, go mom, hug me, and now I can't call her again, I feel like shit. And of course, for the genocide run we are fighting Metaton Neo. Although, as you can see, he's not as easy as Metaton Neo is in the regular Undertale. He's got Isaac's health, and because Frisk has got terrible, terrible damage, we're not doing any damage to Isaac, despite the 3 damage upgrades, so screw you, Frisk. But, yeah, it's just like, oh my god, go mom! She hugged me! And I, like, when she said don't call me, there was actually times on my first playthrough in the neutral run where Sam said, like, about the old lady behind the door telling knock-knock jokes and shit. And I was like, oh man, I feel really bad, but we've been through, like, Snowdin, Waterfall, Alpheus's lab, some of the Hotlands, and we're all the way up to Metaton's hotel. Surely she's forgiven me by now. And I rang the phone number on Toriel's phone, and she just didn't answer. And I was like, man, I feel really bad for abandoning her. She gave me a hug and she gave me pie, and she said, be safe, my child. And then there was that music when she hugged me, and it was like, now I feel really, really bad. And not even like the I killed her bad, because when you kill her, you feel even worse when you kill her, but just like even in the neutral or the pacifist run, where it's like you don't kill her, but you're still leaving, and she's just like, take care of my child, hugs you, just don't call me again. It's like, oh fucking hell, now I'm guilty. Now I want to stay in the ruins. I want to stay with you, Goat Mom. You make me feel guilty for leaving. Dick. That's not fair. Either way though, we beat Metaton, so shall we head up to the final floor? I'm sorry, we won't actually see Blue Baby on this run. I just didn't have the damage to take down like all of the big boss rooms, so I at least show off Mega Satan. But here we are in the last corridor, where we got a poison shot, another damage up, which again doesn't seem to do anything. I don't think the damage ups do anything with Frisk. And we open the Mega Satan door, which, by that face, I'm probably sure you can guess who it is. But as you can see, I'm fighting a Mega Fight after picking up another damage upgrade. And he ain't going down that fast, like, it's still taking quite a lot. I know Mega Fight is a tanky boss, but he still wasn't going down that fast. So at this point, I was just getting really frustrated, and I was like, I can't go through an entire boss floor with Frisk. Frisk is just, like, not equipped to go through a full bloody boss floor with this damage. So we're just going to take on Mega Satan. So we'll open this chest, damage up, and we take on Mega Satan. So in we go. Versus Omega Flowey, because of course, who else was it going to be? And the thing about Omega Flowey, he does everything that Satan does, and I do so little damage that the Mega Satan buff, because I don't know if you know, but Mega Satan got a buff recently, but the Mega Satan buff kicks in, like, I'm hitting Flowey here, and what you're supposed to do is, when Flowey, you know, go off Mega Satan, whichever you prefer, when they back up, it summons monsters, but I was taking so long after I kill the horseman, because the horsemen are like a given, I was taking so long that he was spawning all of these mini-bosses. That's how little damage we're doing, that he's spawning the mini-bosses, because I can't kill him fast enough, and oh, it was ridiculous, it was absolutely ridiculous. So we will see the spawning of little enemies momentarily. Let's just take out Death. And again, you can see how long it's taking just to take out Death, which is, it's never a good sign. So, what do you say? Yeah, we're on the final fight. It is pretty much time for a wrap-up here, but what do you say about this? Like, we haven't even knocked War off his horse. Frisk is just... Frisk is ew. Frisk is just too much ew. But yeah, you'll start to see like little bosses get spawned because we just can't take them down fast enough. Oh, excuse me. And now I'm out of commentary. Because, I mean, I got out of commentary on my regular non-post audio. I mean, look, what do we say? We're doing no damage. We're doing literally no damage to him, and it's like, bloody hell. I'm out of commentary now. Like, this is going to take forever. And I wanted to show off all of Omega Flowey at least once. Like, I could speed everything else up, but I wanted to show off Omega Flowey at least once to show the new Mega Satan buff, where if you take too long, the little enemies spawn. So I was like, well, I can't cut it, or I can't speed it up, because then you wouldn't see the little enemies getting formed. There's those creepy homing Flowey bombs that I was talking about. God, they look creepy, but they are awesome. But yeah, let's kill like the other super sins, and then you'll see it happen. So I think I managed to get there. I don't remember. I think I actually managed to kill Omega Flowey despite the little damage we're doing, because when he summons the little monsters, he doesn't stop attacking. It's not like this where he's waiting patiently. No, Mega Satan will still keep attacking you after the fact. Like, you'll probably see it now before the angels come out. I'm like, man, this is bad. So we hit him a couple of times. Oh no, he does it after the angels, okay. Sorry, I thought it was before the angels, but he does do it after the angels. Like, he keeps spawning stuff now if you don't kill him fast enough. So let's kill these angels. But yeah, like how Mega Satan is waiting patiently with his new buff. After you kill the angels, he won't wait patiently for you. He'll keep attacking you while you're dealing with his enemies, and I can see that being such a pain in the arse for a lost fight. But then again, I suppose if you run Lost Mega Satan, you would have to have a run powerful enough to like kill him in one shot every single time. Whereas here, we don't. But there you go, look, we hardly even hit him. And he just spawned his men. And obviously now he's also doing the ground poundy thing and the Mega Satan laser to kill me. And like, even when we kill these guys, because we spent so much time, you know, dealing with them guys, he's going to summon more guys, because he was like, oh, you took too long with my normal sins. So, yeah, Mega Satan has had a buff, and I don't think I like it. I mean, again, I assume that if you were powerful enough, though, you'd just take him out anyway. Like, you'd just whack him into his next phase, wouldn't even bat an eyelid, but... Oh, that was so annoying. I swear he actually managed to summon another wave as well. I think. Yep, there they are, But then we killed him, so they die instantly. Which is alright, but still, that's a bit... It's a bit ew. Don't like it. And I believe we win, maybe, but we were just doing, like, no damage whatsoever, so it was like, we did get an Eternal Heart somehow. I don't know how I got that Eternal Heart. It just appeared on the field. Maybe Gluttony dropped it when Gluttony died, but that provided me with one extra hit, which I think was enough to pull me through, but as you can see, like, he's flashing red. We're clearly hitting him. No damage. So... that's how that worked. And I can tell by my recording that there is still like a minute or so left in the fight. So while there's a minute left in the fight, I'm just going to do my wrap up here to let you know that everything's done. And then I'll just say goodbye when Flowey dies, because this takes a very long time. But yes, the Binding of Undertale is now good to go. The mod works, fully tested. We just had to sort out our microphone. Our microphone works, fully tested. All good. So, and then there's also Xander, Ark and Sky custom amiibos if you want to check them out, because they make some fantastic amiibos. Mega Charizard on the screen now so you can see it. But the Binding of Undertale now officially starts. So we're going to run through the entire circle starting today with Frisk, who is kind of shit, and we're never using him again. But for now, if you enjoyed this first episode, or this first official episode of the Binding of Undertale, please feel free to leave a like. If you can't wait for the Binding of Undertale series, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out. And, as always, there is always a link to my Patreon below if you want to go that extra mile and show your support. But of course, the videos will always be free. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you when we will do Asgore.